Springboks clinch second successive Rugby Championship title after hard-fought win over Argentina. The Springboks were crowned Rugby Championship winners for the second successive year when they clinched a narrow 29-27 victory over Argentina at Allianz Stadium, Twickenham on Saturday. With the All Blacks clinching a bonus point victory over the Wallabies earlier in the day, the Springboks came into this encounter knowing that all they had to do to win the Rugby Championship was to beat Los Pumas. They got the job done in the end, but as the scoreline suggests, they were made to work hard for the result and eventually outscored their opponents by 4-3. Kolbe and Malcolm Marx led the way with a brace of tries apiece, while Sacha Feinberg-mngomezulu slotted 3 conversions and a penalty. Bautista Delgado 2 and Rodrigo Isgro scored Argentina's 5-pointers, and Santiago Carreras finished with a 12-point haul courtesy of 3 conversions and a couple of penalties. From the outset, Los Pumas took the fight to the box with forwards and backs combining intelligently with some strong carries on attack. Argentina's cause was helped when Conan Moody was yellow-carded in second minute after a head clash while executing a tackle on Juan Cruz Malia inside South African territory. Springboks supporters had a nervy wait as his indiscretion was reviewed during his stint in the sin bin, and breathed a huge sigh of relief when it was not upgraded to red. However, with a man short in their backline, it wasn't long before the world champions' defense was breached, and 2 minutes after Moody's sin binning, Delgado gathered a long pass from Carreras before crossing for the opening try. Feinberg-mngomezulu then slotted a penalty in the 10th minute to open the box account before Carreras restored his side's 7-point lead with a 3-pointer of his own in the 18th minute. The next 10 minutes was a slugfest as the sides battled to gain the ascendancy, with the only points coming in the 27th minute when Carreras succeeded with his second 3-pointer off the kicking tee. However, the Boks made the stronger finish to the half and had a powerful scrum, a facet of play which they dominated throughout, to thank for that. A powerful collective surge from the Boks pack put great pressure on their counterpart at a scrum on Argentina's 5-meter line, and when the ball came out at the base of the set-piece, Rionich gathered before crossing from close quarters. Feinberg-mngomezulu added the extras, which meant the match was evenly poised with Los Pumas leading 13-10 at halftime. Soon after the restart, the South Americans were also reduced to 14 men when Mako Vivas was yellow-carded when he made an illegal hit on Eben Etzebeth, which was similar to Moody's earlier offense, and the Argentina props card was also not upgraded to red. It wasn't long before South Africa's numerical advantage saw them being rewarded when Marx broke away from a line-out drive close to Argentina's try line before he barged over from close quarters for a well-taken try. 5 minutes later, the Boks went on the charge deep inside Argentina's, and their forwards set up several phases, with Pieter-Steph du Toit and R.G. Snyman prominent ball carriers, before Rionich spotted a gap and went over for his 5-pointer. Not to be outdone was Marx, who also crossed for his second try from close quarters after the Boks had Los Pumas' defense at 6s and 7s thanks to some strong carries from their forwards in the build-up. However, a wayward pass from Cheslin Kolbe on his 10-meter line in the 66th minute was pounced on by Delgado, who raced away to score his second try. That set up a nervy finish for the Boks, and in the game, dying moments, Carreras launched a cross-field kick which Isgro gathered behind the Boks try line before dotting down. By that time, the full-time hooter had gone already, which meant the Boks had done enough to clinch the win and hold onto their Rugby Championship title. South Africa: 15 Damian Willems, 14 Cheslin Kolbe, 13 Conan Moody, 12 Damian allende, 11 Ethan Hooker, 10 Sacha Feinberg-mngomezulu, 9 Kobus Rionich, 8 Jasper Weiss, 7 Pieter-Steph du Toit, 6 Sia Kolisi C, 5 Ruan Norch, 4 Eben Etzebeth, 3 Thomas du Toit, 2 Malcolm Marx, 1 Ox Enchi. Replacements: 16 Bongi Mbonambai, 17 Jan Hendrik Wessels, 18 Wilco Lau, 19 R.G. Snyman, 20 Quagga Smith, 21 Morn van den Berg, 22 Maney Libach, 23 Jesse Creel. Referee Andrea Piety Fur. Assistant referees Nika Amashukeli GRU, Christophe Ridley RFU. TMO Ian Tempest RFU. FPRO Matteo Leprini Fur.